Now, a couple of things about social math, and what does that mean? First of all, principle number one, Americans are not very good at math. Really not very good at math. Often statistics don't work. And you can give all the statistics you want. People really aren't clear. We ask people, for example, which is the bigger number? 30% of people don't graduate from high school or 70% graduate? People said, that's really confusing. I don't know how to compare those two statistics. My favorite numbers quote, though, is we were doing focus groups on abortion with men, and we were talking about first trimester, second trimester, the Roe v. Wade framework, and one of the guys, God bless his heart, said, well, I'm just confused. How many trimesters are there in a pregnancy? And nobody said, idiot, tri means 3. Everybody said, yeah, that's a really good question. I've been puzzling about that too. I said, maybe that proves Americans aren't good at biology or math. So Americans are not good at math. So we're not talking here about all your statistics. Sometimes there is a statistic that is really more like a metaphor, that is so vivid to people that it redefines an issue. So my favorite example of this is when we were doing work on gun control in California, we used the statistics that there are 16 times, at the time it's been reduced now, 16 times more gun dealers in California than McDonald's. People were like, oh my God, there's a McDonald's on every corner. What are you talking about? I walked by 16 gun dealers on the way to my Big Mac? That wasn't about the math, that was about the metaphor. So we were looking here at whether or not there would be any social math, a statistic so riveting, because obviously we have some pretty riveting statistics in this movement, that it would really capture people's attention. And there were, I have to say, there's no silver bullet here. There's no absolutely totally winning statistic. But two things that did have some real power to them. 40% of teenage girls ages 14 to 17 say they know someone their own age who's been hit or beaten by a boyfriend. And at least 1 in 3 girls is sexually abused by the time she reaches 18. Those were really powerful statistics to people, because they made people focus on the fact that this is an epidemic and that we really have to take some action. We have to change things. It also made people think, like, because a lot of people think, well, wait a minute, I support the shelter. I donated some things. I gave $10 at the bake sale. What more do you want from me? And it made people realize that the social services and the shelters and a lot of the direct service that you all are involved in are not going to be able to keep up with that level of incident. That we have to have a social movement here that really changes some things.